So I found a lady that had about 400 clients, was retiring, and we worked it out and I bought her firm.
What's up, everybody? We got Rocky. He's in our community. He is a serial entrepreneur on top of owning several other businesses. He also owns an accounting firm. He's bought, scaled, sold accounting firms. A lot of wisdom and knowledge in this guy's head right here. I'm super honored that he's a part of our community. Rocky, can I ask you how you got started with your firm?
You know, it's kind of weird because I joined the Army in 1988, and I'd already had accounting degree and done stuff, but I hadn't really done accounting. I ran businesses. And when I joined the Army, I found so many guys that didn't know how to do their taxes. I mean, you're talking 19, 20-year-olds.
I can imagine, yeah.
It's the first time they've ever done their taxes. They're from Wisconsin, and they're serving in Texas, and they started asking people for help. And,
right.
And I just kind of fell into it, and the next thing I knew, I was doing taxes for people.
Yeah.
And then some of them, as they started getting out, even though I stayed in, started opening businesses. Well, I was their first call.
Gotcha.
And so I did a lot of that.
And that's where the legacy happened. That's where it all started right there.
That's where it started.
As far as buying an accounting firm, scaling an accounting firm, selling an accounting firm, for those that have never been a part of that world, it's kind of a foreign concept to them right now. Like, what are some of your commentary on the power of it, the ability to do it? Is it real? Is it a scam?
No, it's not a scam at all. And when I retired from the military, I knew I needed a full-time job. Retirement from the military is not retirement. And so I instantly thought that I was going to do taxes. And my philosophy to this was I would be off during the summers as much, or at least not as busy.
After tax season.
Right. So I found a tax firm, or started looking for a tax firm that was for sale because I needed something now. I didn't have time to build one. So I found a lady that had about 400 clients, was retiring, and we worked it out and I bought her firm. And it worked out really well. I grew it to over 1,600 clients.
Sheesh.
And you know, most of that was it just comes in the door if you treat people right.
You just say yes?
Yeah.
More.
Yeah. And so then we turned around and we decided, my wife and I, that we wanted to kind of retire. So I sold that firm to one of the guys who had been working in my office. I tried to do it about a year and a half before then, and he had wanted nothing to do with it. So I managed it remotely. And then he came to me and said, I think I do want to do that. So then we sold it to him, and we gave him a 3-year buyout, which is, I think, kind of standard.
Right.
And he's super happy. I talk to him probably once every 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm happy. We RV'd for 5 years. Now we're settling down, and I'm not going to sit there and do nothing. So now I'm building a firm. I've almost doubled the firm we had, which we were down to like 100 clients. So doubling it's not a big deal.
Right now.
Right. And on the way back from here, I'm actually stopping by to look at that firm that's got about 800 clients.
Yep.
So,
what would you say? How's your experience been so far in the community? Have you feel like you've picked up a couple nuggets here and there? Is it pretty refreshing to be around other kind of acquisition-minded people in the profession?
It's always nice to be around people that think like you do, and the interaction has been really good. I've got to get better at remembering when the videos are, or the meetings
the replays,
are, because I missed the first one just right off the bat, and I'm like, I thought about it like at 1 o'clock on Wednesday. So that's on me, but now it's on my calendar, so it'll remind me.
Right.
Of course, now we've moved it to Thursday, so now.
Yeah. Well, we're here today.
Yeah, that's right. And I may be driving, so that's okay, because I can just put it on and drive down. That's great. I've talked to, I can't think of his name right now, but up in New York.
Okay.
We called and talked on the phone a little bit.
Oh, wow.
He's looking at a couple firms down in Florida.
Oh, Rich.
Rich, we
Rich.
talked, and that was really a good
He has a high motor.
Yeah, he does. He does. And so any of that interaction, I think, is great.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What would you tell people about the pros and cons of building your own firm from scratch? Everybody feels like that's a safer route versus going and buying an 800 client base, that'll spit out cash flow from day one.
There's 2 problems with building your own firm. You get desperate's not the right word, but I don't know what the right word is. I got to take every dollar that comes in the door.
Right.
And you don't have to take every dollar that comes in the door, because some of them may make you money, they'll cost you life.
Yep.
And it's just
That's a wise saying right there.
Oh, when I first started the firm and I bought the one, that still wasn't where I wanted to be.
Right.
And anybody walked in the door, I didn't let them walk out till they were a client. And what a mistake that was. Now, the beauty was the lady I bought the firm from had sold her firm off years before.
Gotcha.
She kept only the compliant customers. So I could have a few bad ones because she had such
That's
great
like
ones.
putting the new teacher in the classroom full of the troublemakers.
That's right. And then the flip side of that is acquiring a firm. If it's an older firm, chances are their clients have been around a while. They're kind of set in their ways. They know what they need to provide.
Right.
You don't have to fight that day-to-day hassle.
Gotcha.
Bring me this. Bring me this.
Gotcha.
I got to have this.
Yep.
Kind of thing.
No, I think that's so I'll guess, Rocky, just to wrap up, Rocky's speaking. We're here at the Tax Dome Roadshow panel here in Houston. Rocky's part of a couple panels, so I don't want to hold him up too long. But Rocky, for anybody out there that maybe is a little hesitant or on the fence or even just flat out scared of the idea of buying a firm, even though they feel it in their heart that maybe this is something I can do, what would you tell those people?
Join the group. You know, the easiest way to get over a fear is to talk to people that have done it. Mm-hmm. Talk to people that are in the same boat you're in. Because if you're all in the same boat, it makes it a lot easier to paddle.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
if you're trying out there to do it on your own and you don't have any guidance, you know, it's kind of like trying to do taxes the first time if you never had a tax class.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
you got to learn from others.
Yeah. Or,
yeah.
You know, do a balance sheet when you've never had an accounting class. I mean, that's what it boils down to.
That's what it boils down to. Absolutely.
100%.
No, I agree with that, and I just think you know, birds of a feather flock together.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
And you know, if you want to be around people that have that high frequency in whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, you need to go get around those people.
That's right.
Proximity is power, right? So
100%.
Thank you so much, Rocky,
right,
for
appreciate it.
talking
Thank
with
you.
us for a few minutes.
Glad I ran across you and Brandon.
Absolutely. And remember, guys, it's a cruel world, but we're better together. We'll see you later.